Okay, hi guys. Today I'm going to do a tutorial for this dark smoky eye with like a purpley pinky cranberry crease colour, and it was requested by Hannah Cole on Instagram, so thank you very much for that. I kind of tried to recreate it as close to the original as possible, but I actually think I like it better this time. So if you want to see how I did this, keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eyelid using Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden, and the first thing I'm going to do is put on my transition shade, which is going to be Peach Smoothie by Geek, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to be using a Zoeva 228 crease brush, Luxe crease brush. So I'm just going to take some Peach Smoothie and then just put it just above my eyelid. Just above my crease, so it'll help the colours to blend more smoothly. Colour doesn't really show up on me that much, but it just works well to blend out any harsh lines. The next colour I'm going to take is Tuscan Sun by Geek, which is this one here. So I'm going to use the Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. It's already dirty because obviously I've used it on my other eye. So I'm just going to put this in my crease and slightly above. It's a really, really nice colour. It's one of the newest ones I've gotten. So I'm just going to keep blending it out, trying to get rid of any harsh lines. And then I'm also going to take, I've forgotten the name of it, Carnival by Geek, which is this one. It's like a matte, light purple colour. And I'm going to do that in the same place as I put Tuscan Sun. Maybe actually a bit higher as well. I'm just going to be rounding it out slightly around the corner of my eye, just to make sure it's not any harsh line. And then I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to use the shade Love Letter, this one here, and I'm just going to use this Estee Lauder brush. I don't know. I'm not going to be applying it very neatly because I'm going to blend out and fix it up later. But I'm just putting that in the crease to add some depth, mainly focusing on the outer corner. And then I'm just going to keep on building it up until, I don't know, I get the desired look, I guess. And then I'm just going to use my Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush again. The one I was using for with Tuscan Sun and Carnival, and just blend it out to make sure we haven't got any harsh lines. And then to make it slightly more purple, I'm going to use my Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to be using this purpley colour just with that same Zoeva brush. I'm just going over kind of above the crease again just to add more colour, only a little bit though. And then I'm going to use the Morphe 35C palette. I'm going to use a few colours from this one. I think I'll use these three here, as well as maybe this one and these. I don't know, just whatever I feel like. So I'm going to use that first pinky purple and focus on the outer corner again because that's where I want the most depth. And then I'll just take a kind of mix of the other more blue purples and just go over it just to make it slightly more purple so it's not too pink. And then just to blend out a little bit, I'm going to use the Morphe M511 brush, which is a big fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to take that really light pink and the white shade from this Morphe palette and just kind of go to where the top of the colour is and blend out a bit. And then I'm going to use this Morphe E24 brush. I don't really know what type of brush this is. It's very dense and I don't really use it that often because it's hard to be precise with it, but it'll do. I'm going to use Love Letter from Anastasia Beverly Hills palette again and just focus on my outer kind of corner of my eye again. And then I'm going to take the Morphe M431 brush which is a little pencil brush. And then I'm gonna take this kind of aubergine color from my Sleek Ultra Mattes version 2 palette, which has had a lot of love and is kind of on its last legs. Been dropped a few too many times. And I'm gonna put that again in the outer corner to add some depth. I have to be quite gentle with this because the shades are so pigmented and it can just be a big old mess if too much goes on. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with my Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush again. And I'm also going to take what is left on that Morphe pencil brush of the colour from the Sleek palette and then put it under my lower lash line. And then I'm going to get some of Carnival by Makeup Geek again on my Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush and put that on my lower lash line just to blend the colour out. So for the black I used the Rimmel Scandal Eyes eyeshadow stick in Blackmail, the black one. And I started by putting a bit, using just a stick onto my eyelid. As you can see, this looks really rubbish, but we'll get there. I took it quite far into my inner corner. And then I just got some on my finger like this and patted it on to start blending it out, and I'm just going to keep doing that. It doesn't have to be too precise because we'll fix it. Or it doesn't have to be precise at all apparently. Then I'm going to use this Urban Decay eyeshadow brush that came with one of the Naked palettes, and I'm going to take Corrupt by Makeup Geek, which is like the blackest black ever, and just start patting it on to my eyelid. You have to be really careful when you're doing this because obviously you can get fallout and it'll ruin all your face makeup, which is why usually I would do my eye makeup before my face makeup, like I did my eye makeup on this eye first. But oh well, I actually didn't get much fallout on the other eye, surprisingly. I'm just dragging it to try and smooth it out a little bit. So now that I've kind of got enough black on that eye, I'm going to use my Morphe M506 brush, which is a little teeny weeny blending brush, and start to blend that out. And then I'm going to use the aubergine colour from the Sleek palette again with this little pencil brush just to soften out the harsh lines and make blending easier. And then I'm going to use the little Morphe blending brush to blend it out. Add a bit more under my lower lash line as well. Then I'm going to use Corrupt from Makeup Geek again on my little pencil brush and put some of that on just to try and keep blending out the harsh lines. And then I'm just going to use my tiny crease brush again to keep blending it out. And then just to make sure it's all blended, oh, and as one, I'm just going to use the Morphe 35C again, with my Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer. And I'm just going to use the same shades I used before, pinky purple ones, and just go over up here to make sure it's still vibrant. And then to smoke the lower lash line out, I'm going to use the 714 brush by Bdellium Tools. I think that's what it's called. Just one of those little tiny flat shader ones. And ooh, there's a hair in my palette. I'm going to use Corrupt by Makeup Geek again and just pat it as close to my eyelashes as possible. And then I'm just going to use that pencil brush by Morphe again with no extra product or anything, just to blend it together. And same with the Luxe Soft Definer brush. Then for my waterline, I'm going to use the Bourjois Contour Clubbing Waterproof Eyeliner in Blue Neon. These are some of the best eyeliners I've used. They just come in really pretty colours and they actually last really long, because I find that things do not last long in my waterline at all. But these are pretty good. Then I'm going to take Karma. Actually, I don't know if it's called Karma. No, it's not. I'm going to take Voltage by Makeup Geek, as well as Fantasy, this one, and Fuji, this one. So just kind of a mix of them. I'm going to take them on this little pencil brush, unbranded, and put it in the inner corner. So just kind of mixing all three together. Then I'm going to use a little more Voltage and Fantasy, but on my baby finger. And just press it in, because it makes it slightly more pigmented. And then for the final touch, I'm going to take U-Turn by Topshop, which is just the most beautiful eyeshadow ever. It's like greeny, reddy shift. I don't even know. And then I'm just going to take that on my baby finger again and pat it into my inner corner. And then I'm just going to take a bit more on this brush just to make sure it's blended. Also for my brow highlight, I'm going to use the same brush again with Voltage and a little bit of Fantasy. I'm also going to use some of this highlight that I've used on my face, which is the I Heart Makeup Goddess of Love Triple Baked highlighter. Just a pretty pinky colour. So I'm just going to put a bit more of that up here. And now for the last thing before mascara, I'm going to put on some glitter. I'm going to use Pretty Hot Pink size 3 from Lit Cosmetics. It looks really pink when you're just looking at it, but it actually has a really nice blue colour. At least right now, on my eyes it looks more blue than pink. And I'm going to use the glitter clearly liquid glitter base that comes with it. This stuff is amazing. And their eyeliner brush that I also bought, which is really teeny weeny and it's really good. And you literally just dip the brush into the liquid base and then dip it into the liner and then just go crazy. I'm just going to put it as close to my eyelashes as possible. I'm just going to keep going. I'm only putting a little bit on at a time because I'm scared of just putting too much on. Okay, and the last thing is mascara, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Lash Sensational one, the pink one that everyone raves about, and for good reason. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. Like always, if you enjoyed this tutorial, then please feel free to subscribe. I'll also link all my social media in the description box, so if you want to have a look at them or give me a follow, whatever, please go ahead. If you got any requests or anything like that, just comment them down below, or any constructive criticism. I mean, I'm still getting used to this. I'm slightly less awkward this time, but yeah, any kind of suggestions, go right ahead. Okay, thank you, bye!